He is he's 3-0-1. Victor Vasquez playing Gutter Snipe also won 12 punts. Victor went undefeated with that Gutter Snipe deck.
It's pretty impressive.
Very interesting.
Victor and Michael, both in the same contingent, going undefeated.
Yep.
Pretty good night for those guys.
So let's go ahead and update the round here.
Looks like we got a couple bears out there, pun intended. As these men are both large guys. And the joke.
Yep. So for those of us, if anyone can hear us in the chat, just make sure that you refresh. I don't know why it does that. Bant Turner. I put Max Turner, his deck was Bant Turner. Bant Control. If anyone would like to give me some technological advice onto how to potentially keep that from... I think the stream dropping is just a function of how much I'm asking this poor little laptop to do.
Was that not an awesome intro to the Planeswalk, Walking the Plains with Tom Martell as an actual Planeswalker? Backed into the corner. I thought that was really neat. I was kind of pumped for that.
It was fun. I love those videos.
Turn in the corner and then the cards do nothing.
I will admit that I highly value the number of times Nathan Holt favorites or retweets one of my tweets. He's a funny guy. I enjoy his work.
Plus, he's a lawyer.
What's it called? Omnidoor Thragfire.
Thragfire, correct.
So there you go, guys. Round 5. Friday Night Magic, Lost Legion Games and Comics, South Charleston, West Virginia. This is the last round of Swiss. This potentially a win-in game. It's going to be difficult actually looking at the standings.
What's Cliff at?
They're both on 7 points.
So they're 2-1-1.
The way things that are falling, it looks very unlikely that.
So there's potentially 3 10-pointers.
It looks very unlikely that a 10-point will make it.
Let's see that real fast.
I don't think a 10-point will make it.
I'll go ahead and confess right now. I'm really pulling for Cliff to make top 8 with this. We talked to him earlier in the night, and I think he's 1 or 2 cards off of Travis's list.
Yeah, this is pretty close to. This is a deck I posted on our Facebook page. So if you want to check out more interesting things like that, go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/ZachSellsMagic. This was a link to the Channel Fireball article written by Travis Wu, who is up to his old tricks creating more hilarious decks.
You are correct. There will be, unless tables 3 through 7 have a draw, there will be no 10 points to make it.
Yeah, I don't think a 10-point can make it. Unless if Jeremy are they playing?
They have to play.
Okay.
Jeremy can't make it in guaranteed at 10 points.
Yeah.
Well, no, they could draw. Jeremy be at 11 points.
Yeah, but that doesn't guarantee him he's in.
That does not guarantee. You're
Yeah.
correct.
So if Jeremy Lanham plays and loses, then a 10-point might sneak in.
Yeah, Victor should probably just give that game to Jeremy if they both want to see each other in the top 8.
There could be some scoopage.
And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 that are guaranteed. So there's your top 8. Again, unless one of them draw, which is likely because there are many control decks.
I don't really know what's going on here. This game is not going to be incredibly interactive. Max has at least how many dead cards does he have in game 1? If you discount the 1 Thragtusk that's in Cliff's deck, how many sweepers does he have that are just completely...
5. You have 3 Supreme Verdict and 2 Terminus main board.
His counter spells are going to be working overtime though, I think.
Yeah, Ranger's Path.
Syncopate.
Syncopate, the old Syncopate. Syncopate came out in what?
I put those in for you.
Is that Odyssey?
Because you were saying last week that you prefer the old
Syncopate was Odyssey.
So those were my treat to you. You're welcome.
I don't own any Syncopates. I own some new ones. I don't own old ones.
Mexican land. Ooh, that's the Rock's Faith Mender.
Rock's Faith Mender.
Pretty useless in this game.
It's your win condition. Beat in for 1.
That's what she said.
Supreme Verdict. I ain't taking 1. That's what Cliff said.
Question in the chat, wondering if the camera is magnified at all or if they just have large wrists.
Yeah, appreciate it, dude.
Maxx is a big boy.
They're both big boys.
Oh, do we just see acidic slime? You have acidic slime in this deck?
There is one acidic slime main board now. So that was obviously the plan whenever he countered the Ranger's Path, was to slime him out next turn.
I think I have a acidic slime promo in the prize support to give away.
It's a nice looking card.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. The giveaways this week, we're just doing the rock paper scissors one. We'll get back to our. I got to figure out how I want to give them out because the Twitter thing's not really working out, and I can't just give everything away on Facebook. I got to figure something out.
Oh, there's the second Rock's Faith Mender.
So Maxx clearly the beatdown in this matchup.
There are 2 Rock's Faith Menders main board in this deck, guys.
Is that just pre-sideboarding against Rakdos?
Pre-sideboard against Rakdos. Then you can board in the entire suite. It was not a bad Supreme Verdict because obviously his hand is mono Supreme Verdicts.
Oh, someone getting on him for the Supreme Verdict?
Yeah, he doesn't like my "that's what she said" joke. I think me and D's Nuts might have to go meet up and fight.
You can have a feud, an e-feud.
Yeah.
You're gonna have an imaginary wizard fight or a real fight?
We can settle this on MTGO, sir.
Or cockatrice.
I have a green-white Descendants Path deck ready to go.
I could never play on Magic Online because here's what would happen: I would never do anything else. Back when online poker was a thing you could do and you didn't have to move to Costa Rica for. I used to play like 110,000 hands a month or something. Mm-hmm. If you do the math, it works out to like 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
Now Maxx is actually the beatdown deck. This is a 3-turn clock.
That's a real win condition.
Full untapped mana.
And he has the Drown Yard and the Refuge.
And it looks like we're going to commit.
4 mana. What's 4 mana in your deck?
Restoration Angel.
No, Jace.
Jace.
According to Patrick Chapin, I heard that he's better than none. Better than all.
This card. Better than playing nothing.
It's late. I'm a hot mess. I think it's always interesting during the end of round 2 is always.
Maxx is taking it up because he knows that there's no damage in Cliff's deck.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to take that door to nothingness right from him.
Mm-hmm.
Is that an end? No, that's not an end.
That's the one Thragtusk in his deck.
Now we do battle.
Mm-hmm.
So you would not attack here.
What about Big Garrett? Oh, did you put him in?
Garrett?
Is he new?
Garrett, Primal Hunter, is always in the deck. That's why my basic land of choice is Forest instead of Plains or Island, because of his 3. And he's a strong win condition.
Mono Beast.
At worst, he's 5 mana draw 5. Whenever you have a Thragtusk in play. At best, he's your win con. The amount of ramping, the amount of cantrips that this deck has, you never miss your land drops. Very rarely miss your land drops. And his ultimate pretty much seals up the game for you. Against most decks. Of course.
Big Garrick is tough to beat.
Of course, against like a Supreme Verdict, that's very useless.
Did you up him here, or did you just draw 5 cards?
You keep on upping him.
No. No. Maxx says no. Maxx says you straight up him.
Well, is there a Gilded Lotus and a Chromatic Lantern in play? Okay, so he's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He is at door mana, and then he can play door. Yeah, I guess you need the action to counterspell door here. He's also at the mana where he can hardcast his Temporal Masteries and flashback his Increasing Ambitions, which is what this deck does. So having your action ready for this point of the game is very important.
But Cliff is not playing any counter magic, right?
Correct, which is why you want yours. Like it'll stick very hard.
Yeah,
D-Sphere on the.
I don't think Cliff can win this matchup. We talked about it earlier.
He might win like 1 out of 10.
Post-board is going to be very hard for him. Post-board, Maxx is going to be bringing in 5 counterspells.
We side out all of the removal.
Sweeps.
Maybe Cliff can level him and bring in the Thragtusk and the Centaur Helix and just go straight beat down.
Uh-oh.
That would be funny. I don't think he will.
Marshall Sutcliffe playing at FNM this week.
He is?
Not in Toronto this weekend, but I am at FNM. Wonder if he's doing commentary.
Yeah, are you subscribed?
Wonder if the GG's live.
Do you subscribe to this Twitter account that you can see? Garrett's commenting on my Twitter stream. I just made the Twitter announcement for this round's pairings, and he's checking out my stream. Hey, you follow this at Worst Luck Brian? It's this parody account where it's just this picture, a very awkward picture of an unfortunate middle school age kid, and it's just he's always talking about what awkward thing he did. Turns 11, no Hogwarts letter. I would recommend it.
Bad Luck Brian's a pretty good meme. I like Grumpy Cat too. That one's been spreading around the internet.
That's an L, right?
So it looks like he had another Gilded Lotus to follow up the one that was de-sphered. Still the right play. Make another 3-3, which those can serve in against the Thragfire quite easily. You want to get his Thragfire off the board in case Cliff comes up with a board wipe. You'll be the... Oh, and there's the second detention sphere of the deck. Mike's drawing all of the cards.
In Legacy this week, Garrett and I played in the second round, and Garrett straight D-sphere.
You want to go here?
I was giving you props. You beat me with the Sun Titan in Legacy.
Yeah, I did.
I enjoyed it.
Made him scoop gas.
It did. It was not the Sun Titan that beat me. It was the every answer to everything I did prior to the Sun Titan. The Sun Titan was the inevitable nail in the coffin. It could have been trained Caracal at that point.
Get back Baby Jace. The plan was Sun Titan, or sorry, Baby Jace, -1, into Sun Titan and get back Baby Jace. Or draw into more Jaces. It was a fun deck. The old budget blue-white control. Terminus.
Then we introduce you to Choke.
Then we introduce you to Choke, and good thing you're playing Hollow Fountains this week instead of Seachrome Coast. Thanks! Had 4 Seachrome Coasts laid out, ready to go. Nope, need these Hollow Fountains in here.
I mentioned it on Twitter before, but in the finals of that tournament, we just had 8 people this week. I lost the game 1 to Pyromancy. Do you know what that card is?
Nope.
Look it up. I'll put it on the recap.
Pyromancy. Is that the enchantment that lets you discard cards from your hand to deal damage to people?
Yes.
But you have to pay mana to do it, so it's not as good as something like...
Well, you eat the creature's power and damage. So I ate 15 off a discarded Emrakul.
Oh,
He's also playing Sneak
okay,
Attack, so that was the comp. There's either or.
I was thinking of a different card.
He's playing basically budget show and tell, which was just like mono red rituals and just Sneak Attack is a heck of a Magic card.
What was Maxx doing right here? Oh, did he double Farseek?
Farsook.
Farsack?
Isn't he going to? Oh, I'm sorry. Isn't he going to activate Jace's ultimate at some point?
I don't know what Jace is at.
Jace is at 9.
I mean,
Yeah,
he
probably.
can get any spell from his opponent's deck, right?
Right, you get the...
Is it 8?
Yeah.
Or no, you get the Omniscience.
What if he brought in Worldfire? He's got a Thragtusk in play. He can just go get the Worldfire.
That is saucy.
Oh, there it is. Maybe it took a long time, but finally, 16th week, from someone in the chat, didn't even know they had this kind of technology in West Virginia. Nicholas Bolas, MD, makes an appearance. It sticks.
Says what? What are you going to shoot?
He's going to kill Jace. Well, you have to kill Jace, because Jace is going to kill you next turn.
The Jace that's been trying to pump up this entire game? Thanks, bro.
Pump up the jams. Pump it up. Wow, your beat a stomping. We got it. We got everything here at this stream.
Kill target Nico Bolas.
Kill target Nicholas Bolas.
Esquire. Attorney at law.
Attorney at law. Won't take no for it.
Kills his Garruk. Draws 5.
I feel like the wheels have come off this. But to be fair, the wheels may have come off rounds ago.
Yeah, the wheels may have not been on it.
Can you send me the picture of the beard token?
I think so.
I'll post that. My recap page. I had to go to page 2 on my recaps. We're not even down to the top 8. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Tonight I'm kind of hoping for a chop.
Top 8 chop.
Not a top 8 chop. I hate that.
It's value, man.
Tap 1 for the terminus.
Okay, I'm sending it to your phone.
Dissipate.
I think.
Okay, I can get it from
That foily dissipate. Looks so good.
I like the old Dissipate. The new Dissipate in foil looks pretty good because it has a tiger on it, but
Yep.
I like the old one because isn't it Richard Kane Ferguson?
Sphinx's Revelation for a ton. Nope, 2 Restoration Angels. Blink the Thragfire twice. Dead on board. Dead on board.
Max in a precarious situation, only at 43 life against the deck with no creatures in it. That's literally correct, isn't it? Oh, I'm Max Turner. I attack for this much.
Is that not play of the week? Double Restoration Angel in your turn. Play Mathematic Test twice.
What's going on? Is Cliff have an honest response? Can he, like, think twice into a Terminus or something?
I guess he could have Fog, maybe.
He's going to his race turn, one of them.
It's 15 no matter what.
Sphinx's Revelation.
Sphinx's Revelation for how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would put him up to 18, and he was facing down 12, 7, 18. I don't know. I don't think it matters. I think he could have untapped and played another turn and still lost.
Yeah.
I think he was swinging for 20 exactly. 3 beasts, a Thragtusk, and 2 angels.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what a fun game.
20. He was swinging for 20. Was it a fun game?
Yeah.
It was a fun game. We haven't.
Well, technically, I'm surprised that no one in the chat has said that if you place a Restoration Angel and in response plays another Restoration Angel, the first one would fizzle because its target is no longer there. So you shouldn't have got that second 3/3 beast token.
I don't even think our chat is that anal about shortcutting. I love the chat. They keep us honest. This is one thing that I do think is funny. I understand people. To be quite honest, the people who watch streams are more competitive players anyway.
Correct.
Like you have to be really interested in Magic to want to sit on a Friday night and watch people talk about Magic in a shop you don't know, people you don't know. So I don't blame them at all. It's perfectly fine. How I respond to it is my own personality flaw. But what I do think is hilarious and mostly unnecessary are the people who, and I'm not talking about the week I post them, but months after I post a video on YouTube, they're like, in round 2, he technically should have taken 4 damage because of this. It's like, who cares?
Yeah.
It's like,
Call DCI.
I don't know what you want me to do.
It's like, oh my god, I can't believe we've
But
done this on the internet for 4 months.
But I always respond in a tactful way.
There's the Jace.
Yeah, I think, because they're talking about, did Max punt or open up the possibility of punting because he didn't ultimate Jace? But I think Max just wanted to get Jace to, under no pressure, wanted to get Jace to 9 and save him as opposed to
Correct.
immediately ultimating him.
He knows that there's only one Jace in the deck.
Yeah. And to be quite honest, in that spot, the only out that Cliff has is Nicholas Bolas. Oh, it's Saturday afternoon wherever somebody is.
Yeah.
Saturday afternoon, so that has to be Australia or Asiatic countries.
The post-sideboard games, I don't know what Cliff has in his sideboard. Probably Counterspells, probably.
Yeah, I think this is, and also in the chat, the second person has mentioned that their FNM does not do Friday Night Magic standard tournaments. That baffles me.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I can understand doing drafts.
Max is... We're going to have to tell Max that if he's going to ham up to the camera, he's going to do it correctly. What did it say? Are you... I don't know.
Want me to go out and ask him?
No. No, I don't.
The post-sideboard is 2 Dispels. I don't know if he'll bring the Dispels in. He gets 2 Negates, 1... redirect. Is there anything in the Omni Thragfire deck to redirect? I don't know if he'll bring that in.
Australia.
Let's see.
I never thought about that. Because it's 12 hours time difference to Perth, which is 14 to 15 hours time difference to Sydney. So if it's 15 hours time difference to Sydney, that means it's 10 in the morning plus 3, so 1 in the afternoon. That's like perfect time. Like, you just get up, you have your bowl of cereal, you watch some cartoons, then you watch some wizard fights.
Yep.
That should be our target demographic.
That sounds like my Saturday on the days that I come in and
Just
play
title
and
the stream.
don't commentate.
Hey, mate.
Like, I just get up, like,
On
I
Rivers
get my
Wizard
breakfast,
Battles.
and then I sit at my computer in my boxers, and I bring up the stream, watch the feature matches from the previous night, which I attended.
You could have just observed it by looking to your left.
Yeah.
Nope, you're going to watch it on... I used to watch all of the stuff we put on YouTube after the fact. I used to watch it all verbatim, just so I could, like, see, places to improve and things like that. I don't do that anymore. I just don't have time.
Yeah.
It's too much. Especially like last week. Last week we had 8 rounds. And by the time I chop it all up and edit it and cut up highlights and stuff like that, I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And another very interesting thing is that the XSplit, which is the software I use for the stream, it records in Flash Video, and it uses a codec, the free version does, that is like not usable by any editing software. So I found like this one like very extraneous program that will actually import the audio.
Yeah.
Because everything else, if you opened it in like Adobe Premiere, it would just be a video. It wouldn't be audio. And so like that's why I can't edit them very well, is because the program I have is not very exact.
Yeah.
And so like I just find like the minimum way that gets it done, because it's just too hard. I could convert them all, but even then, like, it doesn't work.
M-Deck 86, there's a Seance deck that is having a winning round right now.
Is that Joseph?
Joseph Deal is playing at 9 points against Tony Stewart.
Yeah, we asked, there was the YouTube channel asked for his deck list last week, and I asked him for it, but he did not provide one, so I apologize.
What a jerk.
Well, his logic was that he was still working on it, so he didn't feel like there'd be any point in giving me a list because it might change. But I tried to reiterate to him that no one cares. And people aren't exactly copying lists off our stream. They just want ideas.
I gave you extra information on mine, and you didn't post it.
I didn't, because I put it in the deck box first so I can copy and paste it.
Never. Never will I put extra effort into anything I give you again. That pie I'm baking you, be bland.
My wife made chili last week. It was the greatest. I talked about it on the stream. I was so excited. It's very good. Turns out it was great. She puts chocolate and beer in it.
Sounds pretty good.
It's very rich, and it's hot. Oh, I like it spicy.
So both players, neither player hitting a...
I like it spicy. Quote of the night. Ooh, I like it spicy.
Neither player hitting a shock land. So all their lanes coming into play tagged.
Like bosses.
That's the worst.
Wait, is Cliff wearing a Chicago Bears shirt?
Yes.
Good grief, how did we allow that? No, Michael, I don't know if
Rangers Panthers resolving. Cliff way ahead now.
I don't know if either of you gentlemen are sports affiliated,
I
but...
said it at the beginning.
Let me stop you right there.
2 Bears are sitting down.
With any sport.
Huh?
Whatever sport you're talking about, not affiliated in any way.
That's fine. I just didn't know. I didn't know if you were or not. But I hate the Bears. I don't hate the Bears. I hate Jay Cutler. I'm not going to talk about football. I don't want to... I mean, I'm already off topic 100% tonight.
Who is Allie Browning?
Allie Browning is
Yeah.
one of our stream regulars.
Okay.
Been watching since day one.
She wants me and Max to play Pogs in between rounds, which I'm all for. I have to go get my, what's it called, kickers?
Allie is the one who, if they ever win the rock paper scissors giveaway, wants them one signed by me, one signed by you, one signed by Vickers, one signed by Max.
So I have to send her a 4th one?
Is there ever time you don't miracle this?
Yes. There's actually a lot of times where you don't miracle this.
I don't talk about in this situation. Like, is there ever a hand that you could have where you don't want to do this?
Yeah, if you have no action. Like, it is very terrible in this deck for that to be an Explorer.
Right. But if you can cast like a Gilded Lotus here or a Lantern or something.
Exactly.
Oh, if you can resolve this.
Increasing ambition, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So now he's going to untap with...
If he plays a land, he can play 8. He can play Bolus.
Max does have counterspell mana up there.
Yeah, but he hasn't countered the Time Walk and he hasn't countered the Tutor.
That's true.
If he's slow rolling it, that would be the greatest.
Well, he does know
if
that
he
the
didn't-
deck is very threat light. There's very few things he actually has to counterspell.
Good point from the stream,
Max
Matt.
Turner,
Wii Sports does count as sports affiliation.
Oh crap! He's totally right. He got me. I even have a Wii Sport track jacket.
Did he
that I
just?
wear.
Yeah, he scoops,
Oh yeah, I know. I like that one.
he scoops to increasing ambition.
What did he show him?
Nothing. You don't have to show off increasing ambition.
He just said straight scoop to it?
Yeah.
That seems like a preemptive scoop.
We're behind.
Don't they know we're trying to fill 25 minutes?
They don't you know that he's on the Rhino beatdown plan game 3 probably? I can easily go to 23 minutes. Are you going to keep teasing me with Nassif or whoever that is?
That's younger readers, man.
I'm surprised you can pronounce
I have
that.
some of those cards, but they don't look exactly like those.
One of my
There's
first
multiple iterations.
Yeah.
one of my first Magic
You're not
tournaments
attached
that
to
I
them. I
watched
collect
on
Not really.
YouTube or something like that was Pro Tour White with Yoger Visma and Kibler and all these guys, all the
Pro-
Channel Fireball guys. in
Pro
the top
Tour Honolulu, the standard.
Yeah,
that Kibler one with ramp.
Green red ramp. Yep.
And the infamous, John Finkel made a mistake. He should have blocked triple galvanic blast.
Yeah. No one expects triple galvanic.
Yeah, he didn't make a mistake.
How do you not put
It's just the world is
triple
super
blast?
results oriented.
Right.
Yeah.
You should put him on the 1% out that he has.
Yeah.
I love it. I just love it when people second guess pros. Like you watch streams and people like talk smack about people. Like and I'm just like, yeah, they do this for a living. Like, they're good enough at this game that people pay them to do it.
Yeah.
You're sitting in like your college dorm room.
How'd you finish at the Pro Tour? What was your standing at the Pro Tour?
That is one thing I can never be accused of, is of like self-aggrandizement when it comes to Magic prowess. How many times on tonight's stream I've been like, I'm not good at Magic, but here's my opinion.
I come in here to give my opinion only when I want to drop.
You want to drop. Here's one thing I would pat myself on the back. I would like to think that I am in the top 3 Hive Mind Legacy players in a Tri-County area. Can we agree on that?
Depends on who the other 2 are. Because if a cat plays Hive Mind, I'll take the cat twice.
The cat. Play him off, keyboard cat.
Space cat.
All memes all the time. Space cat Cat Jenkins.
Yes. He keeps popping up in my people you may know thing on Facebook.
Do you not friend him?
No, who is he?
Is he not Zach? I thought Zach was Space Cat Cat Jenkins.
Are you Space Cat Jenkins?
No.
I've asked you before, and you lied to me. You lied about the Space Cat.
Or you're talking about the Facebook account? Yeah, it was a guy from the shop down in Heinsohn.
Okay.
David Boyd. I'm not friends with him anymore. I don't need a Space Cat Jenkins on my... I got too many friends.
First world problem. So Maxx want to play this game a whole lot better. We'll be able to resolve his far six.
He's played as many lands this game as he did all of last game. Cliff dropping his cards everywhere.
Doesn't need him.
He's like a Chicago Bears receiver.
Oh.
Actually, the receivers are good. That's the only reason they're good.
He's shown more effort than the quarterback.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. Have you seen the meme Smoking Jay Cutler?
No.
Jay Cutler, since you're not sports affiliated, Michael, Jay Cutler's the quarterback of the Bears. He's a giant douche, and he always looks like just disinterested.
Oh wait, is he their quarterback or is he their douche? I'm confused.
Well, you think starting quarterback, second string douche. But there's an internet meme, because he just always looks like completely indifferent in every picture he's taken. So there's an internet meme called Smoking Jay Cutler, where he just has a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, like so he's constantly like...
Is Maxx going to miss a land drop here?
It is hilarious.
Oh no.
Maxx stuck on 4?
Oh no, he pointed to Cliff.
Either
he's telling you he's a good guy or he's passing the turn.
In the classic control mirror, it's regardless of what your end game is, whoever has the most mana usually wins the game. It's all a battle of resources.
Maxx
Stuck on 4. Is it a dissipate in his hand?
Come on, Maxx.
There's a Gilded Lotus.
There's a Thragtusk.
Thragtuskington.
And there's
Syncopate.
Syncopate.
I don't know if it's called Syncopate.
Syncopate.
I like to call it Stinkopate.
You would. Poop Token McGee over there.
5th land, Cavern of Souls, Naming Beast, tap 2,
Farsi.
Uncommon Rares. The amount of caps lock in this chat.
I had Mexican for lunch.
Should we be clearing out of this
brag.
call?
I had a spinach quesadilla.
Let me brag. I bragged about this guy to his manager. I had a waiter at Texas Steakhouse. Fantastic job. Good job, Jay. If you're watching the stream later tonight, I appreciate the steak and the bacon cheese fries that you gave me. They were delicious. And your service was very well. Very pleasant surprise.
Sounds like somebody's got a boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get those digits?
I'm gonna be requesting.
You leave your number on the receipt.
Check yes or no.
And he writes in maybe and circles it. No!
That's the worst. I have a funny story about that later. Oh, I hate that. How many weeks have I told people to not do that and they do it anyway?
Just lay your land straight
Just
off the top of your deck.
rip the land off the top of the deck and just immediately slam it down.
What's wrong with that? Miracle on Land?
It's the oh, I like that play. Sphinx's Revelation 4/4.
Well, Lander's on the stack, so he doesn't even have counterspell mana. That's what I'd do.
Lantern on the stack. Lantern on the stack. Feeling like a fool with my lantern on the stack. it's a hot. I'm declaring it 10:51. Round 5 is when I'm declaring this official train wreck. This stream is either the most.
You get whenever you tell me.
This is either the best stream because we're having the most fun, or the worst stream because we care the least about what's going on. And it's not that I don't care. It's just that I mean, there's only going to be like 2 relevant spells resolved in this game.
Yeah, I feel like after that Sphinx's Revelation, Max probably has all the counter spells he needs to counter anything dangerous for the rest of the game.
And that Gilded Lotus is incredibly important in this matchup.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's one thing to get to 7 naturally. It's another thing to get to 10.
Yeah.
Double up on my lantern, son. The D-sphere on the lantern is going to be super brutal.
Yep.
Thragtusk. Nope. Ambition. Don't read it,
Max,
man.
No. This is the tell. Okay, Max has obviously signed it in redirect.
Oh, and he's seeing if he can tutor himself.
Yep.
Oh, there it is. You're so good at this. Well, because it's your deck.
No. I mean, I look for tells like that at playing against anybody. Like whenever someone goes to their graveyard,
Right.
Okay, I just drew a Snapcaster.
Oh, that's the worst tell ever.
Yeah.
Whenever someone's, like counting their lands, okay, I have Syncopate. The stuff like that.
Yeah, someone in the chat's pointing out, asking why he's reading the 3rd ambition that's cost. Well, he's reading it because he has a redirect in his hand. As Garrett said, he's looking if he can redirect it, but it's not targeted.
It's you search your deck.
Yeah, so that's why he was reading it. Because as much Magic as Max Turner plays, or as much as any of us play, I'm not sure I knew what it said.
All legal targets for redirect?
Yeah. You know what all legal targets are for Stifle?
Yes, I actually do.
Everything. Everything but lands tapping for mana.
You know what Progenitus has protection from?
Everything.
Oh, okay. So whenever I do this turn, does he have protection from that?
Not from that, but everything else.
Okay.
So Cliff, digging for action. Very unlikely that whatever he does here is going to resolve.
Max setting on another Sphinx's Revelation.
He's going to Farseek. At what point do you just start suiciding your spells, hoping that Max doesn't have it?
Cliff doing the right play there.
Tapping the stuff that can get D-sphered?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Little Piccadillys like this, guys.
Yeah, like it also good in Legacy to tap your non-basic lands for mana and then pass the turn so that when they inevitably get wastelanded. Jace comes down.
+1. I think it's too late to be +1 there, sir. You can just be -2, double kill, double it up and kill your Jace and move on. As another person with very large fingers, I too find it difficult to tap and untap my cards sometimes.
I think it's funny when people in the chat use like magic slang to make fun of a play, and then it turns out they're wrong, which is exactly what's happening in the...
That's why the ladies love Cliff. That's right. That's exactly right. I mean, sometimes by the end of the night, my hands are so hard to hold up.
I've also been told that Cliff loves it when they call him Big Papa, and especially if they follow that by throwing their hands in the air, waving. This is so good. As if they were a true player.
Are these facts, sir?
You remember that song?
Surely Max left in Thragtusk for this matchup.
Do you remember that song? Come on, round a train and ride it. Woo, woo. Do you remember who did that song?
No.
That's a trivia question for the night. See if the chat knows. The song, Come On, Ride the Train.
Did he leave in Rock's Faithbender?
Gotta hope so.
Really?
Why is Crushing Vines in the
Crushing
deck?
Vine is in the deck because
Angel
at
Serenity?
instant speed you can destroy a door to nothingness.
Oh, I forgot that it had the other part to it.
Destroy target artifact seems very good.
There it is. Alec Brown is such the nut high tonight. Quad City DJs, are we going to ride the train? So if you're going to ride the train, come around the train.
That is the stereotype. We have to shed. I mean, sometimes we don't get all the ladies, but we have to accept that fact.
That is one of the that is the worst things. Oh, look at this. Cliff lands curse.
Oh, that goes. Well, in response to curse, Maxx is going to say Sphinx's Revelation.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't get one?
Why did he leave the one mana open?
Dispel.
Dispel's not going to counter the curse, though, is it?
Right. Well, Dispel would counter any counter spell that Cliff has. Next question.
Curse of, what's that card called again?
Curse of Echoes.
So, I mean, he just turned off all of Max's counter spells, didn't he?
Well, he turns off all of Max's counter spells.
Except Syncopate.
It's enchant player.
Because Maxx can
Yeah, but he's still playing like Infinite
Syncopate.
D-Spheres and stuff, right?
Right, and still probably drew to a Thragtusk.
He's going to jam the Thragtusk. Oh, he has a Thragtusk. I saw that as much.
Man. Now Maxx needs to pull the Curse of Echoes out of my sideboard.
Yeah, there's a question in the chat too about why he left in the Faith Vendor, but maybe he just didn't have... He has so many dead cards. Like, you board out the sweepers first, right?
Right, but there's the acidic slime.
What do you you give him the slime or
yeah,
the...
you take the slime. And I will play the slime, sir, and hopefully try to kill your curse.
Cliff doesn't have any counter spells.
He doesn't?
No, none.
Wow.
The deck just doesn't have room for him.
Destroy this curse. A nice sideboard deck. I would say that too. I'd rub it in.
I have no idea how Cliff is supposed to win this matchup against all this counter magic.
Hopefully Maxx is keeping a couple Restoration Angels in his hand too to knock out those Chromatic Lanterns.
Or Omniscience.
Acidic Slime's so
Omniscience
strong
might be too late if
in
it's
these
played.
control matchups. You can even make it uncounterable with Cavern of Souls. Such a good card. So I'll list trying to jam it in sideboard.
Is there any way anything...
Main board.
Is there anything, as Max learns to count 7, is there anything that... Is Cliff going to cast anything that's going to resolve?
Possibly.
Well, I mean, if that Curse of Echoes resolved, Maxx didn't already have the slimes, so I mean, it's possible.
But I mean, he just drew like
Omniscience can resolve.
8 cards, didn't he?
Oh, that's true. He did draw a ton in response.
Cliff tapping Hinterland Harbor Determinus, which I was like, oh, we're going to have to go correct him. Nope, that's because Chromatic Lantern exists. You know what I hate more? The one Magic's jargon, as you see Thragtusk come down, the one piece of Magic jargon or slang that I hate the most. Well, that's a thing. That's a card.
Yeah.
And I specifically hate, there's one specific
I mean, the jargon
Magic
makers
pseudo
are just
celebrity.
getting lazy at that point.
Well, that's a thing.
I'll at least give it another adjective. I will say that's a real card. Swinging with his Chromatic Lanterns.
Almost all Magic jargon is a shortcut, like, way that people can mask what they really want to say, which was, I'm upset things didn't go my way.
Yeah.
Flashback Ambition meets a negate. Cliff has 3 Hollow Fountains.
The real question is, which is worse, being insane in the membrane or being insane and having no brain? That's the question I wanted. Let's quit talking about Thragtusks and Worldfires.
Well, now he's facing down a 2-turn clock.
1, 2, 3, 4,
These
5, 6,
Omnidoor
7, 8,
Thragfire
9,
decks
10,
do
11.
run 1 fog, don't they?
I think they run 2, maybe.
Cliff
That's
runs
something.
2, I think.
That's something to watch out for.
He may have sided those out, though.
It's verdict or no, right? This game's over.
So we see a Jace activation.
What is that card?
Yeah, Cedric does say that a little bit, and Travis Wu, who
What are we
came
talking
up
about?
with this Magic Sayings. He will just repeat what the name of the card is whenever it comes into play. Like whenever he's playing his mono red deck, he's like, well, that's a Stormkirk Noble. Whenever he drew one, well, that's a Thundermaw. Well, here's a Thundermaw.
I did not enjoy Travis Wu's stream.
I like it because he doesn't have a shirt on,
It's a lot of
he likes to eat-
half-naked man.
and he likes to eat bananas.
We talked about basket. Did you ever see the one where he destroyed Channel Fireball? It's like, well, this just happened at an interesting time because a friend of mine just got done talking to me about a business idea where we're going to start a social network. I'm just like, this is the most awkward beginning to anything. It's like your friend, just tell us about the discussion that you and your friend had about
Taking an extra turn.
irrelevant, like, failed business ideas. Will undoubtedly be a failed business idea. Because you know what we need right now? Another social networking site.
Exactly.
Because MySpace didn't fall.
Verdict. Oh, temporal mastery.
Yeah, we know it's removed. If anyone in the chat's going to say it should be removed, don't worry. He can't recur, and we'll go out there and tell him to remove it if it otherwise. Just lean out and tell him to remove it.
I'll tell him after the game's over.
I think he has Elixir, Smiley. Terminus resolves.
Well, that'll clean up the beast tokens. Cliff going from a
Cliff-
very bad situation to a very good one. Maxx going to resolve this elixir ability. Still no stifle from Cliff.
I think this is the least attention I've ever paid to life totals in my life. Oh my.
Maxx has resolved 2 Sphinx's Revelations just to catch you up. And now he is...
Someone buy Travis with a damn shirt. Whoop, there it is.
I do enjoy his stream, though. Like, it's...
I like his
I
decks.
understand.
He's an interesting guy.
According to
he does some cheeky stuff, and sometimes he's not the most enthusiastic person to be watching, but...
Maxx always does this double land stack thing.
Did you want to sit down?
According to the stream, he has mesmerizing nipples, too.
Well, that happens. You'll have that.
They're staring into your soul.
I guess in this metagame, the one-of elixir is pretty important because there's so much control
Very
anymore.
much so, and you switch it out with the one of Psychic Spiral now.
And it's also convenient that like the same card that incidentally beats control also incidentally helps against beatdown.
Yeah.
And is colorless.
Yes.
And costs 1 mana to cast.
Yes.
Wizards hating on all strategies.
And dodges very much all the removal except for a double cast. Like, a double cast Abrupt Decay is about the only thing that can stop an elixir.
And that's a great trade.
Yeah.
All my Abrupt Decays for your 5 life.
I got a kill a couple weeks ago, Thunderous Wrath, in response to Elixir activation.
Actually, wouldn't
It felt
elixir
pretty
still
good.
resolve because the ability's on the stack?
Right, and you put the Thunderous Wrath on top of it, and as soon as they hit 0, they die.
I'm talking about like if you Abrupt Decay an elixir,
Oh,
and then they activate it and you destroy the elixir in response,
yeah, you'll still get the 5.
It'll be on the
you'll
stack,
still
yeah.
get the 5.
It's like throwing a hand grenade. Doesn't matter what happens after it's thrown. It's still going to blow up.
Doesn't matter what the crowd you threw it into was.
I'm still pulling for Cliff here, but I really don't see him winning.
Well, 49 life really doesn't mean anything against Door Nothingness or Warfire.
Yeah, he's got to resolve a door and keep it in play for a turn, though.
Interestingly enough, Detention Sphere not very good against Warfire.
That is a good point.
If Cliff just Warfires right here, he would untap
With 5 mana.
with 5 mana to be able to play a Thragfire.
He didn't bring a Worldfire in, did he?
Probably not.
What did he get?
Well,
Maybe
Maxx
he
is
did.
playing.
He could have just been
Thragcasts.
trying to load up on as many win conditions as possible.
No,
But
like
think he
the
poured
threat,
out.
like against any deck that has a counterspell in it, Worldfire is awful, and it's especially awful against the Thragtest deck.
Yeah, whenever your opponent has
Did
more
you
Thragtest than you.
Did we see what? Uh-oh, it's happened. He's not here in person, but the first sighting of Adam Vickers, the local legend. Cliff can never win on camera. He obviously wasn't watching round 1, where Cliff totally won on camera. But omnisciencing into some shenanigans. Some questions about the number of rounds. This is 5th round. It is the final round. We'll have top 8 after this. Ooh, a crucial chromatic lantern. Maybe what Cliff needs to pull ahead. And another vengeance. I'll tell you this too. You talk about. Oh, apparently that is time. So we're gonna have 5 more minutes here. I was a little bit ambitious with my clock, but increasing ambition is a great EDH card.
Yeah, it is. Tutoring for tutors, which also tutor for more tutors, is pretty good.
So Cliff is going to get turn 1. This is turn. Yeah, this is turn 1.
So this is unwinnable for Maxx at this point, correct?
Right.
Cliff can very easily win in one turn.
He can also, does the extra turn, if he takes it, does it count as a turn?
Yes. If you miracle or if you cast
Just
Temporal Mastery, it does count as a turn.
Damn you, Max Turner! I just wanted to see Omniscient. I mean, you got to run it out there, right? I mean, what can you do?
You got to try to eat his counters and then hopefully stick a door.
Stick a door where?
So Max...
In your butt?
You don't even, no innuendo, at 11 o'clock in round 5, no innuendo from Michael Taylor. Just straight in your butt. So this is the last turn that Cliff has to resolve a door here or he has no other way of winning the game, right? He has to resolve door on this turn so he can activate it in his next turn, because this is turn 3, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He does. I don't know if he has it on board. He has 11 mana.
He has the Alchemist Refuge on board. He can just wait and pass the turn to Max. See what Max's play is and then try and do it in your turn.
Don't take it. If you take it, if you use a Temporal Mastery, you'll lose this game.
I think he's cast 2 this game, right?
He has another one on the board.
Yeah, he probably did board that in.
He just loses now.
There's the door. What is that counter?
It's a Crushing Vines at the end of turn.
Well, that's mean.
See, he finally did remove the Temporal Masteries from the graveyard.
Just one of them. There's another one in there.
The other one's still able to go.
There's literally no way he can win now. Short of another Temporal Mastery, which he doesn't have.
Well, draw does nothing for these guys. Hopefully we can...
To be honest, though, win probably does nothing for him either.
Better than a draw.
Yeah.
I think the other one still would be guaranteed a pack either way.
3 wins gets you a pack. And no mana gets you a Pact of the Titan.
Lessons from Zach Evans.
Hive Mind is the worst Magic card ever written.
No, it's not. You think you're onto something special there.
I don't think
Everyone else understands Hive Mind.
No, I understand it. It's just the way it interacts with the game of Magic was not as intended.
Correct. I mean,
it puts things directly on the stack.
I imagine that it was a way to interact with another control deck's counterspell.
Max shows him Dispel and a Redirect. Not sure any of that mattered. So what are they? Somebody scooping? I don't know what happened there, but it unlikely matters. As it turns out, there was a very slight chance that one of these guys could sneak in on 10 points. They were both 2, 1, and 1. Looked like our top 8 was pretty well set. There was basically one pair down.
Doesn't look like any of the other tables were still playing, so highly unlikely that any of them...
Looks like we are going to the top 8 then. Garrett's going to go visit the facilities. I'm going to do, I don't know what. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to switch back to the studio camera though. Because every time I do that, we lose a bunch of people. And we are currently teetering on 170 plus people. So for those of you just joining us, we appreciate it. We are currently live here from the Lost Legion Games and Comics in beautiful South Charleston, West Virginia. We'd like to thank the fine folks here at this local game store for letting us hijack their FNM every week and stream it live to you in your living rooms or dorm rooms or smartphones around the world. This is our 16th week of coverage. We appreciate all the support. Appreciate the support of the local game store as well. So if you're ever in the area, 4 locations here in West Virginia. Go to lostlegiongames.com for more information. And make sure you bookmark twitch.tv/ZachSellsMagic every Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Friday Night Magic action. Coverage and commentary. We'll talk about my beard. By the 4th round, we'll lose it completely. Can't go to your FNM, then might as well watch ours. It's not going to cost you a red cent. And while a billion people are watching, how many more matches is the question in the stream? We have a top 8 coming up. So you're guaranteed at least one more match.
Possibly up to 3.
Possibly up to 3. We'll just have to see.
Just so the ladies know. No prostate problems here. Strong string.
Maxx.
Yes, sir.
Why'd you have to have so many counter spells?
You're a jerk.
Why did I not open a Jace?
Yeah, you could have.
Excellent alt question.
The stream didn't like that. Well, we'll go ahead and switch this. Yeah.
Take my chair.
Welcome to the broom closet. That's not Garrett at all.
This. It's Garrett.
Garrett Relentless. That's Max Turner. My name is Zachary Evans.
Vincent.
That's Michael, not to be confused with Micah Taylor.
Zach.
And the floating torso of Garrett Meadows. The question in the chat, what time is it? Adam Vickers is trolling us on our own chat. I think it's funny, someone asked what time it was in West Virginia, and the chat exploded. There's like 40 people answering. It's 11 after 11.
Finally know the answer.
So welcome to the broom closet. We are eagerly awaiting the top 4 matchups. That will take a little bit of time as they award prizes down to the top 8 participants. That's happening. That's happening. Oh man. That might be low light of the week, is this?
You say you scooped a clip?
Well, there's no point.
You might make it in.
His breakers are better than mine, so
Yeah, there's no real point.
there's no reason to knock both of us out of it.
I think you're really only looking for a pack, maybe.
Better neither one of us get one.
No, that's what I mean. Like, it's not like you're losing out by doing that. Oh man.
What?
The chat. I can't repeat anything Alec Browning says in the chat because I'm trying to keep it PG.
I preemptively casted that when Garrett came in the room.
Yeah. So, 150 people. They're dropping like flies. I can't blame them. Can't blame them.
So was that a disappointing feature match?
No. We're just like such fanboys of the Omniscience deck. Like it's hard to root for anybody when the alternatives you can see Omniscience resolve and then door to nothingness. Jerk.
Do you like that runner, Temper Mastery, Verdict, Terminus?
Yeah.
Oh.
You also notice he has no counter magic, right?
I don't know that till late.
Black, white, control.
None. 0 counter magic.
2 syncopates, 2 negates, 2 dispels, and a dissipate.
If you're looking for a list of that Omniscience, Thragtusk, Worldfire, Door to Nothingness deck, just go to our website. Hey, you can just save yourself a trip and go to Channel Fireball's website if you want. But,
Travis.
woo!
That's his name.
That's what happens at 11 o'clock at night.
No, I mean, I think that's actually whenever...
That's a good point.
He has a contingent.
So many fat people.
I'm very fat.
Yeah. This looks like a comfortable situation. Also, we're getting calls from no unbearded people on the stream.
Alright.
No, we're all good.
We're good.
I got enough beard. I think I have enough beard that we can cover for
fair.
one.
I got a neck beard.
Here's another thing that I keep it trim. I keep it nice and trim.
This does need to be...
I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm keeping
stream.
it high and tight up top. See, the key is that when I'm growing the winter beard, is I like to keep it high and tight. I increase my frequency of haircut because I wanted to make it look. I want to at least let people indicate that I'm doing this somewhat of my own choosing. You know what I mean? So it's like clearly he knows his beard is that long and weird because he's clearly cutting up, taking a lot of attention to the coif.
You know what this is called? Right here? Apparently to trim the pubic hair on. That'd be the nut duster.
People and their inappropriate comments.
It's the internet. What do you expect?
That's an excellent point. I don't know what I expect.
Inappropriate pictures yet.
You know what we got to do? We've got to up our game here with this banner ad right above the Twitch. There is Lost Legion Games and Comics, Excel's Magic Productions.
Just say beard stream.
Someone should come. You want to help us stream out? Volunteer to develop a new banner. What our catchphrase should be?
We'll moan your name.
South Florida Magic's one is there's this like.
Which, by the way, funny story. I was watching a stream, commented in said stream. I'm not going to mention whose stream it is, but someone asked me because they knew me from this stream how South Florida's Magic stream was doing and whenever it was going to be back up. And I kindly reminded them that I'm associated with this one.
Yeah, I was talking to Nick Fiola, who's actually part of them. Oh my! Oh jeez! I should just like archive all of these and then have like a NC-17 recap post of just all the things Ellie Browning says in the chat.
Starting a Kickstarter to get that person down here to commentate 1 week.
This person lives in Athens. It's not even that far.
Oh well, Kickstarter to pay your $40 in gas.
Yeah.
Is that Ruben Bressler?
No.
I invited him.
Ruben Bressler?
Yeah, I chatted him up on the Facebook.
Apparently Ruben Bressler. Apparently Ruben Bressler knows about the stream because Maxx talked to him because apparently they're BFFs. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I've seen those videos. They're pretty good." I think it's an elaborate ruse that you're pulling on me.
No.
I like Ruben Bressler. His musings are funny.
He has a sweet pumpkin roll, even though he's diabetic.
So we are eagerly awaiting the top 8 rounds. Like I said, they are going to handle some business out there. It will take a little bit of time. Do you know how many people we had tonight, Max?
40-something.
48.
Oh.
48 people came out to play. And I want to tell you something about where we live. We live in West Virginia. West by God, Virginia. And you can make all the jokes you want. I'm from here originally. I'll probably live here forever. I love this state. But one thing that we do not have is a lot of people. And at least, and the people we do have are not in any way centered in any major metropolitan areas. We are in South Charleston, West Virginia, which is a suburb of the capital of Charleston, and it's only a different city in the sense that they've called it a different city. It's still Charleston. Yeah. There are 55,000 people that live here. It is the largest city in the state. 55,000 people.
I thought Martinsburg was the largest city in the state.
No, Charleston is the biggest. But so what I'm trying to explain to you is that if you live in a major metropolitan area like your Phoenixes, your Philadelphias, your Austins, your Orlandos, or whatever, and you have 50 people at your FNM, that's cool. If we can scrounge 50 people, period, even if they don't know how to play Magic, just get them off the street to come in here. Pretty impressive. So we are super excited that many people have been coming here to play FNM in our store.
What?
Yeah, as we get lost in the chat again.
It's lots to read. This is getting serious. The what? We can't repeat that.
Which one?
None of these. Yeah, none of these are appropriate. If you want to know what we're talking about, go. If you're already watching it, so we need to archive these. I wish you could go back and read the chats on Twitch.
Someone just making a random phallus comment.
There's one comment that had like half of it was bleeped out by the Twitch autofilter because of inappropriate.
That bad? I'm pretty sure I've been reading some bad stuff.
Yeah, they're announcing all the people who got 3 wins, so that means we should be pretty close to the top 8 here. Looking at the top 8, we can pretty much assume who is in there.
Got a lot of omniscience decks.
Brandon. So Michael Miller is playing Omniscience. Micah Taylor is playing John Goodstuff. Victor Vasquez playing Rakdos with Gutter Snipes. Jeremy Lanham playing Blue White Flash. And then we've got a bunch of people that it could be. I'll tell you this: we could have Curses in the top 8. Adrian was 3-1. We saw him in round 3, I believe. He lost a relatively bad matchup for him. But both games he lost with Curses, he had his opponent dead on board the next turn. It was just a race he lost. So very interesting.
Who plays Curses?
You know what's very interesting? 2 Curses of Bloodletting with the Curse of Thirst out. He took 12 damage.
That's awesome.
One time. One trigger. Curses deck, round 2. It'll be up on YouTube tomorrow probably. So we are eagerly awaiting. I've said eagerly awaiting like 100 times in the last 10 minutes. Is it still happening in there? I don't.
Clearly, we know the answer.
Zach, out of the 3, who would you kiss?
There's also getting updates on the populations of everyone's cities and states.
We could do a Travis Wu shout out. Everybody who on the stream, where are you from? Type it in the chat right now, and I'll call out as many as I can.
We scream woo.
You're gonna scream woo no matter what happens.
You do the Travis Wu caps lock minute, where everybody just types in caps for a minute.
Kanza. So far we have 1 Kanza.
That's every minute for us.
Here's the top 8.
And Vickers is from West Virginia. And a Finland. Pikeville. These are really easy to keep up with.
They need to come visit.
Australia is not a state.
James Thacker. Yeah,
Oh.
this guy's from Pikeville.
The moon.
This
Yes,
gentleman is the one
nobody
who.
lives on the moon.
This gentleman knows the person I'm trying to trade for that Maxim rule.
And
All
another
right.
person from Big.
We're going to mute, and then we're going to mute, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to find a top 8 match for you.